Alright, so in this video we're going to talk about question number 4 and question number 6. So for question 4, all of the check marks that you clicked on were correct. So those are all good, but there were two that were left out, so I wanted to discuss them. The first one that was left out was the parallelogram. Now, the parallelogram does have rotational symmetry. Why does it have rotational symmetry? Because if you were to rotate the parallelogram 180 degrees, now I actually cut it out so you can see the rotation. So if you were to rotate it 180 degrees, you end up with the same thing that you originally had. So the parallelogram again does have rotational symmetry. Okay, and so I think it's helpful to kind of see that by cutting out these little strips. Alright, and then the other one that had rotational symmetry was the recycling sign. So the recycling sign was originally like that, and this one you can rotate it. You see, it starts like that. You can rotate it like this, and there you have it. You have another image that looks like the pre-image, right? So that means it's symmetric. And then you can rotate it again, and then it's going to look like that. So this one actually has rotational symmetry, and you can rotate it 120 degrees to get a picture that looks the same. So this one, it's 120 degrees, and the one over here is 180 degrees. Okay, so that's for number 4. So you just have to include parallelogram and the recycling sign. And then now we can move on to number 6. And I printed out a part of it. I need to get the hang on, let me get the, where was the question? Yeah, so we had to reflect it across the line y equals x. So this is a reflection. Now, in order to reflect across the line y equals x, we need to use a formula, and it goes like this. I'm using the arrow notation. So we have xy, and then the arrow, and then yx. So this is actually pretty simple. All you need to do is just flip the x and the y coordinates, the points, the values. That's all you need to do. So I can go ahead and get the points for A. So let's see, what's C? So it's -7 and 5 for A, -7 and 5. So that means that when we perform our reflection, A prime is going to be 5, -7. So I'll go ahead and plot it in this little grid here, this Cartesian coordinate system. So 5, that would be somewhere right here, and the -7 would be, see, go a little bit further down, right here. Alright, so it's A prime. I'll go ahead and reflect the other points as well. So for B, that one's at -7, 1, -7, 1, which means that B prime is going to be at 1, -7. So where's 1, -7? So that goes down here. So this is A prime, this is B prime. And then C, let's go ahead and transform C. That one's at -3, 1. Oops. 3, 1. Oh, man. Yeah. So -3, 1 becomes 1, -3 for C prime. So let's go ahead and find that here. That's 1 and then -3. So it's right there. This is our C prime. All we need to do now is just connect the lines. Connect the dots, I mean. Alright, good. Okay, so all we need to do is now find the matching one. And so in the one that I printed, it's not A, so it's not that one, and it's not the second one, so I'm going to scratch that one off. And it's, let me see, I didn't print off the other ones. Let me look on the computer real quick. What are the other choices? Here they are. Question 6. Ah, so it's going to be the third one. Yeah, the third one has the picture that I drew here. Yeah, definitely you can tell it's not the fourth one, it's in the third quadrant, which is not correct, obviously. So it's going to be the third choice. So I guess we'll call it third choice. Alright, and that's how you do those two problems. So to recap, when you reflect across the line y equals x, all you do is you flip your x and y. That's all you have to do this reflection. And if you wanted to know, you might be wondering, what is a line y equals x? It seems kind of strange. Well, it's just this linear function right here. You can just draw it if you wanted to see. So if you had the patty paper, remember the patty paper? If you had the patty paper, you can fold this. You can fold it like that, and then it would line up with a triangle that's reflected across the blue line. Alright, so the blue line again is y equals x, and this is our reflection. Okay, so if you have any further questions, you can ask me, and that's it for today's lesson.